Welcome back to All Things Montford Point Marines. Yesterday, we told the story of Sergeant Major Alfred McMichael, the first black Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps, an achievement made possible by the service and sacrifice of the Montford Point Marines. Today, we focus on the long overdue recognition that finally came to these trailblazers, the awarding of the Congressional Gold Medal. For many years, Montford Pointers carried their legacy in silence. They had served their country and paved the way for future generations of Marines, and yet their story remained largely untold. The year was 2007. The Tuskegee Airmen had just received the Congressional Gold Medal for their service in World War II. That moment sparked a conversation. Why hadn't the Montford Point Marines received a similar recognition? It was Montford Point Marine Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Carter who first asked that question to then National President of the Montford Point Marine Association, Joe Geter. They knew the time had come to fight for the recognition that had been denied for too long. Joe Geter took up the challenge and ignited the campaign, refusing to let the legacy of the Montford Point Marines be forgotten. As leadership transitioned, the mission continued with unwavering determination. Under the new national president, Dr. James T. Averhart Jr., the pursuit for the Congressional Gold Medal pressed forward, with Geter remaining at the forefront leading the charge. What started as a conversation had now become a movement, one that would take 5 years of relentless advocacy, perseverance, and commitment to see through. The journey was not easy. It required unwavering commitment, advocacy, and the backing of powerful allies. General James Amos, the Commandant of the Marine Corps, threw his full support behind the effort. Members of Congress, led by Representative Corrine Brown and the late Senator Kay Hagan, took up the cause, fighting to make the medal a reality. Then, in 2011, it happened. The House of Representatives passed the bill with a unanimous vote, followed by the Senate with a supermajority vote. Then, on November 23, 2011, President Barack Obama signed the bill into law. After nearly 70 years, the 20,000 African American Marines who had trained at Montford Point finally received the gratitude of a nation that once denied them their place in history. On June 27, 2012, at Emancipation Hall in Washington, D.C., in front of an audience filled with dignitaries, military leaders, and surviving Montford Pointers, Montford Point Marine Jack McDowell received the medal on behalf of his fellow Marines. On June 28, 2012, the next day, nearly 400 Montford Point Marines were honored at a moving ceremony hosted by the Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Amos. These heroes, many in their 80s and 90s, stood tall as they were honored with a parade, and three-star generals placed the Congressional Gold Medal around their necks. For some, it was a moment they never thought they would see. Today, the National Montford Point Marine Association has gone from 400 to nearly 4,000 medals issued to Montford Point Marines or their families. But the work is not done. Most of the original Montford Pointers have long since passed, never getting the chance to hold this medal in their hands. Now, the focus is on their families, finding the sons, daughters, grandchildren, and relatives of these heroes so that they too can receive the gratitude of a nation. If you have any information about a Montford Point Marine, please contact the National Montford Point Marine Association. We will work to verify their service and help their family receive the Congressional Gold Medal they rightfully earned. To learn more about this vital piece of American history, tune in tomorrow for another exciting episode of All Things Montford Point Marines. Visit us anytime at montfordpointmarines.org to explore their remarkable legacy. The world needs to know about the Montford Point Marines.